Hello Justin, it is Thursday, August 1st. Happy August! I come to you today with another installment of why it's kind of a pain in the butt to change employers. And one of my favorite things that I've had over the past year and a half with my current employer is my Samsung Galaxy S2 smartphone. This thing's very cute. It fits in my pocket. It has 4G LTE. It does all kinds of neat stuff, and I've mentioned to you previously a couple of at least one of my favorite apps in this. Problem is, on Friday I have to give that up. One of the things that I decided to do was to try to find a replacement. I kind of like to have something in my pocket at my disposal that I can check email, surf the web a little bit, see the news, stuff like that. And I came to the conclusion after pricing out that exact same thing from a couple of different carriers would cost me over $2,000 over a 2-year period with a 2-year contract. So I decided that I didn't want to do that, and instead I went to Costco and got myself a Samsung Galaxy 3 tablet, which is Wi-Fi only. It's not a phone, but it has pretty much all the other features in it. It has a built-in GPS, Wi-Fi, all the other cool things, and it runs the exact same apps, which is kind of cool. So it's very much like your iPad. I'm assuming you have an iPad, right? Yeah, you have an iPad. I wanted to share with you some of my favorite apps that work cross-platform, meaning they're not just available on iTunes or Google Play or whatever Microsoft's portal is, but that you can find these applications across many different platforms, some of them including PC and Mac desktop computer systems. This first one I've been using for a long time on computer systems, and it's a great communication tool. I love Skype. It has text messaging capability, it has telephony, it basically acts as a telephone, and it also has a video chat feature, which is very handy. And if you want, you can even pay a little extra, get a Skype phone number with a voicemail box. The neat thing about Skype is it's available across a huge platform of different operating systems, and it essentially behaves the same. So it's very easy to use, very user-friendly. Microsoft owns it now, and thank goodness they haven't screwed it up yet. It was oddly owned by eBay for at least a couple years there, and nobody really understood why, including, I think, eBay. But at least Microsoft owns it now, so maybe they won't mess it up too much. I found myself recently listening to more music online. I know you're aware I have a fair stash of music acquired over the years here in digital format, and that remains. But I found that sometimes it's easier just to plug in and stream stuff over the web. And I've found that I enjoy listening to stuff over Pandora. It's free for the most part, and you can tell Pandora what you like and what you don't like. You have to listen to an ad occasionally, so it's kind of like internet radio. It's free, it's simple. You can kind of basically say, I like this song or I like this artist, and they will play stuff that's like that for you, and it works pretty well. I mentioned this app a few weeks ago in my video on recommendations for historical fiction novels. I really like Amazon Kindle's app. This is available on pretty much any mobile device platform, whether it be Android or iOS or a Windows device. And again, you buy something directly from, or acquire something directly from Amazon, it downloads to your device, and you read it right from your device. And it actually works pretty darn well. It's not as cool as the actual Kindle, but it's a really neat thing. Along with the Amazon Kindle, I like to kind of organize what I'm reading and what I want to read and what I've read in the past by using the Goodreads website. And they have a pretty neat app too, worth checking out. I think I've mentioned that one to you before also. From books I get into video, and of course I have been a Netflix subscriber for quite some time, and they have a very cool application. The thing that I don't like about Netflix is as far as I can tell, you can't get into your queue and start messing around with stuff. But you can stream stuff directly to your device. You just got to go find it, and if you have the streaming service, that is. There's not a lot of stuff out there that's really good for video, but from what I can tell, Netflix, if you have a Netflix subscription, is the best. I'm gonna get kind of geeky and nerdy. I really like some astronomy applications that I found recently. The very first one I found is called Google Sky Maps. I don't know if this is available for iPad or iOS devices because it's straight from Google, but it's the coolest thing. You basically crank up the app, it figures out where you're at, and you point it away from you, and it essentially acts like a little mini observatory, a little planetarium on your mobile device. You can spin around, and it uses all the gyroscope things and the magnetic sensors to understand which way you're pointing, And my kids love this because every once in a while they'll ask me, "Where's the moon, Daddy?" And here it's cloudy 80% of the time, so I'll crank up the application and spin around and find where the moon is. And sometimes it's below the horizon, or sometimes it's behind trees or behind clouds or whatever. And it's the coolest thing. There's another one similar to it called Sky, I think, or Sky Eye. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it's similar. It doesn't seem to work as well for me. I don't know why. It's a little more jittery. I actually downloaded it onto my tablet here a little while ago and tried it. The user interface isn't quite as good, but it has the same basic data and basic function. I mentioned this one to you previously, and I'm going to mention it again because I really love it. I like to have an application that synchronizes data between my laptop, my server, my desktop PC, and my tablet, or previously my phone. And Dropbox does that fantastically. I hope you've had a chance to try it. If you haven't, I highly recommend it. It's basically just a file storage mechanism, and it's just absolutely wonderful. It's changed the way that I transfer data between devices and the way that I move data. Another application that I've heard is really good for just simply taking notes, jotting down ideas, and having something save these notes, date them, store them, collate them, is called Evernote. I haven't used it. I'm a little bit intrigued. I might download it and try it. All these are free, by the way, with the exception of Netflix. I'm so entrenched in Dropbox that I don't know exactly how Evernote's going to fit into my computing life. And lastly, the thing that I probably use most often on my phone and in the future on my tablet is a text editor. This goes hand in hand with Dropbox for me because I just store everything that are my notes, my lists, in text files on Dropbox. And I use Jota text editor. I think it's Jota, maybe Jota. I'm actually using it right now. It has my script. Can't quite see it. It's a pretty bright screen. It's got my script for this video. I just, here it is. I'm just facing myself. Just, yeah, like that. I love this thing. It actually has also a spell check feature that you can download extra. It's just a cool little deal. So those are my 7 favorite free cross-platform tablet applications. Hope you're well, and you'll see me again soon. Good luck, Godspeed. See you next time.